All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Buffalo SportsCenter video. I am Don, and today we had some breaking news in the morning. Of course, when you guys will be seeing this on a Tuesday evening at 6, it won't be breaking so much anymore. But the news is, regardless of that, it's that Dylan Cozens was re-signed and extended to a 7-year, $7.1 million contract per season. And this is a fantastic deal, not only for the player, but for also the organization. It sets a good precedent for what the Sabres have been doing. It reinforces that precedent, and it makes sure that all the players knows that no matter who you are, you will be fairly compensated, but we will do what's best for the team. And that is the message Kevyn Adams has sent out. But let's get to the contract and talk about a little bit of the details here. So, Dylan Cozens, he's only making, as I mentioned, 7 by 7.1 for the next 7 seasons. Lots of sevens in there. He makes $49.7 million total. The Sabres got Cozens long-term after he's improved steadily over the last couple of seasons. He went from, in his rookie year, a very poor season. He went from 13 points in 41 games to 38 points in 79 games in his sophomore year to now, and you can see the stat line on the bottom of the screen there, 43 points in 49 games, 17 goals, 26 assists. That is, of course, at the time of this recording. By the time you see this next week, 2 weeks from now, even this Saturday, those stats will hopefully have changed and improved for Cozens. But I digress. Cozens clearly has improved. His point totals going straight up. They're going consistently up. He's becoming a better player game by game, day by day in the NHL. Well, I remember when he first got to Buffalo in his rookie year, he was very scared. He really declined to use his physical presence whatsoever, and he was playing, of course, under that rigid, terrible structure that was Ralph Krueger. Now, when Don Granato came over, and, he didn't come over, he took over on an interim basis during the final part of that COVID-shortened season. Cozens didn't really improve. His goal scoring wasn't there. He was shooting a lot, but not many of the pucks he was shooting were going in the net. And that was somewhat of the same story last season in his sophomore year, 2021-22 season. He only had 13 goals, and towards the end of that season, he had a very lengthy goal drought. He was shooting the puck a lot, but he just couldn't find that right bounce. Well, the bounces are actually going in this year. He's had a career high in goals, a career high in assists, a career high in points, a career high up to this point in plus minuses, a career high in point per game stats and pace. He's had a career high in power play goals, shorthanded goals, and face-off percentage. Everything has just exploded for himself, and he's now on pace for 71 points this year. Lots of sevens again. So for Cozens, it made sense for him right now to sign a long-term deal. You don't really know what's going to happen over the second half of the season. And as a Sabres fan, I hope Cozens continues to do what he's been doing, but you never know what's going to happen. He could get injured, which once again, hopefully not. Or he could explode and go off for 100 points in the final part of this season. You don't know. So for Cozens to get this deal out of the way now, it eliminates the distractions for himself, and it also eliminates a little more distractions and potential drama for Kevyn Adams to deal with. Because, reminder, he's still got to re-sign Rasmus Dahlin. Now, for Cozens, he is going to get paid very similar to what Tage Thompson is getting paid. These are two very different players. The Tage Thompson deal was looking like the steal of a century, getting him only at a little over $7 million a season, much like Dylan Cozens. Tage Thompson is on course for 60 goals this year, 120 points. Wait, did I read that right? Is he on pace to get Gilbert Perreault-like numbers, to get something like what Leon Draisaitl would with the Edmonton Oilers or David Pastrnak? Yeah, that's what Tage Thompson is on pace for. That would be, of course, the highest point totals. He's the best offensive player on the Sabres team right now. And Cozens, he's getting paid a little bit less than that, but I feel like the Sabres absolutely got a steal by getting both Thompson and Cozens, two very different players that play different styles of hockey and score different kinds of goals, to get them to be getting paid only $14 million a season for the next 7 years. That's pretty good. Toronto, their top 2 centers, granted they are much more experienced and noteworthy players, Austin Matthews and John Tavares, they're getting combined $22 million a year. Thompson and Cozens, your 2 young centers, only $14 million. A third less than what your rivals are paying their top guys. That's exceptionally good for the Sabres. And I gotta hand it to Kevyn Adams. This is another masterstroke in his line of masterstrokes over the last year and a half. He pulled off a coup with that Tage Thompson contract, then another one with the Matthias Samuelsson deal, and now this one? He's 3 for 3 right now. I can't wait to see what he does with the whole Rasmus Dahlin contract extension dilemma. And everyone is saying, for Dahlin at least, that he's going to make $10 million plus a season. Given what Kevyn Adams has been doing, maybe we get him at $8 million per season. Maybe we only get him at $9 million. Both of those numbers would be absolute steals for the Sabres. And the fact that the Sabres are doing this, they're signing their younger core pieces to lower cap hits and longer term, that's only setting themselves up for more success in the future when the Sabres are going to be forced to go out and buy or trade for probably more expensive veteran pieces. So all of that also shows that a lot of these young players are buying into the organizational culture. The culture is actually good in Buffalo now. The culture is not toxic anymore here with the Sabres. Only 3 years ago, things were wildly different. Even at the beginning of last year, things were very different. The whole entire franchise has flipped the switch in only the matter of 12 months, and they are now pulling off coup after coup after coup. And as a Sabres fan, I'm all here for it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Give me your thoughts on this deal in the chat and comment section down below. I was Don. This is Buffalo SportsCenter, and I will see you guys and girls in the next video. Peace.